And this one influencer, Ari Fletcher, at the time she was pregnant with her son, and she charged me like $300. And I think I probably was maybe one of the first e-commerce things that she did. And when she charged me the $300, I didn't know who she was.
Okay.
My kids did.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, cool. We'll do that. And, whew, man, she put up that post, and I had no idea the strength in following. I think we made about 10,000 that first week.
Wow.
That she put up that post. I'm a really good salesperson, but I did not know like the business side of it because I was just happy I was selling things. Didn't realize I wasn't making a return. I didn't realize I didn't have a community or have a core audience.
Welcome to It's the Human Experience Podcast. Hosted by Hazel Brown, a healthcare leader, wife, mom, and career coach. If you're big on authenticity, personal development, perseverance, and transparency, you're in the right place. Get ready to be uplifted, inspired, and empowered as you become fearless in pursuit of the life you desire and deserve. Go ahead and subscribe. You don't want to miss out on these transparent stories and discussions that reveal highs, lows, aha moments, and nuggets that'll help you to grow and glow.
Hey, you are now tuned in to the It's the Human Experience podcast. I'm your host, Hazel Brown. Today, I have Bella Rose on the podcast. We're going to dive into so many things as it relates to our growth journey, betting on yourself, showing up as yourself authentically, making sure that faith drives the journey, and all of the things to be able to be the person that you know that you're destined to be. Welcome to the podcast, Bella.
Thank you so much for having me, Hazel. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So tell the people, who is Bella Rose?
Bella Rose is an entrepreneur, but my journey got started in 2011. So I will say, that's a good question. Bella Rose is a student. I would say a student. I've been learning along this journey how to become an entrepreneur. I did not go to business school or didn't have any classes or courses, and I was able to create so much success just learning and learning along the way. I know a lot of times people say, I'm self-made, but I wasn't able to get that status to be self-made because I had so much help. And it wasn't like I went to, grab help. Help was able to come to me because my husband was able to go to business school and he helped me learn business.
Got it.
And that was the help that I needed. My children, they work with my company. They help me as well. So we're a family business.
I love that you get in alignment and God sends the help that you need.
Absolutely.
And no better help than people who you're doing life with.
Yes. And they are 100% so supportive. A lot of times people come in your life and, get a part of your journey just so that they can grow ahead of you or try to learn something from you to, take something from you. So, I'm really, really proud of the people I chose to have around me, which is my husband, my children, because they didn't want anything from me. They just wanted to see me grow and wanted to see me happy and wanted to see how far their business can go, and we all learn from each other.
Yeah, I love that. I love the intentionality that you speak about, that in general, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that really get you and really want the best for you.
Absolutely.
And it's important to make sure that you're mindful of that, not only in like your relationships, like in your family, but even within your friendships and the associates and the communities that you build and create your life around.
Yes. I wanted to, when I first started, I just wanted to have a business. I was like, I just want to open a business. We moved to Georgia in 2011, I think, or 2010, one of those. And I came down here with intentions on finding a job. I definitely looked. So we're from New Jersey. And I used to work for a company called New Jersey Mentor. And they were very, very helpful, very supportive. They helped me find a job here with Georgia Mentor.
Got it.
it just was not for me.
Yeah.
It just was not for me. And you know how sometimes when you do find a job, you just got to stick it out. I didn't have that. I don't have it in me to be a part of something that I'm not comfortable with. Instantly, when I feel uncomfortable, I do something about it. I say something about it. I have to get away from that situation. I don't care if I don't have any money saved. I'll make it work.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. When I left Georgia Mentor, I probably was there for like a month or two, maybe 2 months. I told my husband I wanted to open up a store. I wanted to open up a boutique. He told me I don't know nothing about business, and he made me write out a business plan. And I'm glad he did that because it taught me that everything isn't free, and things that are free, we don't appreciate them.
For sure.
And any money that, he was just going to give me, it was going to look like, oh, he's just giving me money. But if I have to go and do and this was years ago before, like Chat GPT, and I could Google how to do this and that and the other. I really had
You got to put in the muscle.
and I really had to work. And, I presented it to him, and of course he was going to give me the money anyway, but I'm glad he made me like work to see what it takes to start a business.
Yeah.
So when I started the business, it was still like, okay, well, now what? I got all this product. I got all this stuff, what to do. So I opened up a women's clothing boutique. When we opened up the women's clothing boutique, I had it for maybe about 2 months or so. No customers. Well, maybe like not an overflow of customers, I
Right.
would say, but we had like a little bit of customers. We were next to a popular nail salon. Nobody would come inside of my store. I would put shoes outside. I would go into the nail salon and tell them, like, I'm right next door.
Yeah.
And you would think, like, we see us going by all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, sis, come on in my boutique. I'm going to get my nails done. And, and so I didn't let that, deter me like, oh, well, nobody's supporting me. Nobody. I met one of the customers that came in. She was from Philly. And she was telling me she had the same issue, moved down here. She was trying to do her thing as well. And we got together. We packed up our car one night. We went out to the strip clubs. And we were like, we are going to sell this stuff, like, by any means necessary. And we asked the house mom if we could, sell our stuff to the girls. And we had to pay a fee. And they bought us out.
Wow.
They bought our stuff. So we were like, all right, this is what we're going to do. And the more I kept going to the different clubs or different events, people would ask, do you have makeup? I wasn't like a girly girl, so I never wore makeup. It always like broke me out. Only thing I was familiar with was MAC. And MAC was like heavy in chemicals. So I couldn't do it. So I did go online and research natural, non-chemical based cosmetics. And when I did that, I found lip glosses. And I was like, oh, I want to sell lip glosses. I can do lip glosses. Oh, my gosh. I went and bought every single color, like yellow, blue, white. I didn't know, and it was a waste of money. But at that time, I think I had purchased all that inventory in September, and Halloween was coming up. I was able to sell a lot for like the Halloween. The girls were doing the different looks for Halloween and everything. So I felt really happy. But then I had to learn by, doing research. I had to learn, find what works for you so you can promote what you have. Don't look at the blues, the yellows, the greens, and all that. Find what works for you. So the new colors, the new pinks was good for our skin tone, So as much as I would wear like the new colors and the new pinks, and then I'll, start dressing up and going to events, people would say, what is that you're wearing? And that's how I started promoting myself. And that's how I started selling lipsticks and lip glosses. And that was in 2012.
Got it.
So from there, I just, I don't think I still learned business at that time. I still was trying to learn how to sell. I was, just being a salesperson. And I was a really good salesperson, a really good salesperson. Like I was in my boutique, I would take my shoes off and sell them to the girls if my size was the girl's size. Like I don't got them on the shelf, but I got them on my feet. If you need 8, you could have them. Put my slippers on and go home. So I'm a really good salesperson, but I did not know like the business side of it because I was just happy I was selling things. Didn't realize I wasn't making a return. I didn't realize I didn't have a community or have a core audience. I just was selling.
Got it.
So as I grew, I had to learn what that meant to have a core audience, to market yourself. And at this time, I think Instagram was like really new. So I still didn't know anything about marketing. And I just started like posting everything on Instagram. And the things I would post my day-to-day life on Instagram, getting followers. And people were like, well, what does she do? Where is she going? What is going on? And that's how I pretty much introduced myself to wanting to learn a community, like get in a community. And Instagram helped me do that because it wasn't just people from back home. It was new people, new followers
strangers.
From here or there and here and there. People would follow on Instagram and I instantly sent a message, hey girl, I got this new website and I learned how to do my own website before Shopify became about. We were on Wix.
Got it.
And when I did a Wix website, fairly new, I had gifted one of my products to Bambi from Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
And at that time, right before Bambi posted my lip gloss, Cynthia from Housewives had put up a post and gave my company a shout out, and the sales were good. Bambi put up a post on like a slow day. I'm driving home, and I get a notification from PayPal saying they're holding my money, and I'm like, what is going on?
Too much activity.
Yeah, I didn't even know like what was going on because I knew Bambi's makeup artist. I didn't know her personally. I just did business with Bambi's makeup artist, and I would, give her makeup all the time. And she was doing Monica. She was doing all the girls. So, I just thought she could just pass them on. I didn't know the nature of influencer marketing.
Right.
Because at that time, people didn't charge to post.
Got it.
So Bambi put up, it's a rainy, perfect day for me to wear my Bella Rose passion. And when she posted it, I didn't see it. I didn't know what was going on. The sales went crazy. My PayPal got locked. No money was able to come out of my PayPal. Wix didn't know how to handle the traffic. So when people were checking out, it was no shipping fees. I didn't know how to set that up. And we would like put the lip glosses in the packages and write with our hand and, to the customers on the shipping labels and take them to the post office at the time. And it was a lot of orders at the time.
Yeah.
So when she did that, and, I had to pay for everything out of pocket because PayPal held the money. I had to learn how to. I didn't even have a business bank account or anything. Like none of that. This is all so fresh. So moving forward, I had to learn how to do all of that, and with my husband going to business school, he went to school to be an accountant and a business manager. With him going to school, he taught me like, oh, you should do this. You should have that. Like, I didn't even know what an EIN was. He set up everything for me. So when he would do things, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. And just leave it. And I would just do the, major side. Like, okay, well, let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do that. Let me see if I can do that. Not knowing that this structure is not going to work if this part isn't correct.
Yeah.
So good thing, he put all of those things in place for me to keep moving.
Yeah.
And just keep going.
Yeah, I love it. So much of your journey, when I think about the starting of your conversation around this, is like same you, same skills, but wrong season, wrong environment is what I took from that. Like to have that experience working in New Jersey and coming here and feeling like you're out of alignment, but trusting that this is how I feel. Yeah. It's not that I don't want to do this. It's something that I can't actually move forward with because it doesn't feel right in my spirit. And then kudos to your husband. Like, okay, I trust that whatever she's going to be able to do, she's going to be able to do it. But she has to put something in it so I know what we're getting ourselves into. Like, we just can't go out here blindly. And then him being able to put that support in and say, okay, I'm going to get the knowledge that we need to back you. Yeah. And then I think kind of going into your point, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I trust my spirit that I'm moving in the right direction.
Yes.
And I'm here in this physical location. The money is not moneying. The customers are not doing it. Like, right location, it would seem, because I'm next to a nail shop, but the wrong avatar and people,
Yes.
because they don't pay attention to anything else other than what they're going there for. And then out of that saying, okay, but I know I got this download. I know I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to go to where the people are
Yes.
that wants this stuff,
Yes.
because I'm not giving up. And then going to that and being obedient, hearing feedback for what people need, and creating what people need.
Yeah.
And your obedience, God's like, floodgates. And then you're like, oh, okay, let's put some more process in place, because God is not playing about us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was definitely like, okay, now it's time to run.
Yeah.
But I closed the store. We had the store open for a little bit, and I think maybe 8 months or so. Even the landlord was like, "Oh, I'll give you more time." I was like, "No." We had Georgia Power at home, Georgia Power at the shop. Georgia Power don't care that you didn't make no sales.
Yeah.
They
They don't.
they don't.
The bills are still billing.
Yes, it's no. "Oh, okay, we'll give you a discount percentages." No, it's nothing like that. And I don't know if people are familiar with commercial properties, but with commercial properties, your Georgia Power is probably like double. You got air running all day. You got lights on all day. You got security systems. It's so much. So we decided to close the shop, and it was no hard feelings. It wasn't bittersweet or anything. It's like, okay, shut that down. Let's keep it moving, because e-commerce was becoming so big.
Yeah.
Social media was becoming so big. So we didn't really need a physical location.
Yeah, you don't want that overhead.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, I have to learn what e-commerce is. Mind you, I have no business sense at the time. Learning e-commerce was fun for me. It was very interesting. It kept me up all night. I went on to so many platforms to see how I can learn how to do this, how I can put this back in behind this, what programming do I need for this feed. It was just so fun for me. And when I learned how to do e-commerce, I was like, okay, let me play around with my website. And I think maybe 2014 or 2015, somewhere around there, I saw Shopify. And Shopify was still really new. It was still, really, they were trying to figure stuff out. So I created a basic Shopify website. When I created the basic Shopify website, I think I had maybe 10 or 15 products or so.
Okay.
Not too many. But when I created the Shopify website, it was still, low traffic. I didn't know how to get traffic to the website. So that's where social media came into. But at the time, social media didn't have, you could add the link to your pages and things like that yet. So it was like, go to my website, and you still had to type things in. So I started, still playing with social media, learning the algorithm, learning how to get things in. We did another influencer promo so influencers started to charge. And this one influencer, Ari Fletcher, at the time she was pregnant with her son, and she charged me like $300. And I think I probably was maybe one of the first e-commerce things that she did. And when she charged me the $300, I didn't know who she was.
Okay.
My kids did.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, cool. We'll do that. And, whew, man, she put up that post, and I had no idea the strength in following. I think we made about 10,000 that first week.
Wow.
That she put up that post. And it was just like simple, her rubbing the butter on her hands. It wasn't no big promo, it wasn't nothing crazy, but the sales just kept going and going and going. I had to put the product out of stock. It was so many orders. And that's when I learned about the, power of influence. And when we learned about that, I was like, okay, we got to get more influencers.
Yeah.
And that's when we started the influencer marketing. And we started with Ari. We did another post with Ari, and I think we did another influencer, and she charged a lot more because she had a really big following. I can't remember how many followers she had, but she charged a lot more. I'm talking about a couple thousand more. and I only got like 2 sales.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, okay, now we gotta figure this
I
out.
love that we're getting into this because that was going to be one of the questions that I asked you as I hear you. Because there are people that have a following but don't have
No
influence.
influence. That's the thing. That's what I had to figure. That's what I had to learn. And learning community and learning, about the power of influence versus the power of paying attention to what you see.
Yeah.
You can see people with 10 million followers,
Yeah.
but then you look at their activity and it's like 2 comments,
Yeah.
50 likes,
Yeah.
or, they're not engaging with their followers
Yeah.
and things like that. So when we were trying to find influencers, we had to filter out, okay, this person doesn't do engagement. This person is not really doing numbers. This person, and then I learned it's a tool on social media. No, it's not on social media. I think it's like a website where you can put in the influencers' information and see how much engagement they do and how much they're able to grow.
Right.
And that's how we found, the influencers. We used Cuban Link, 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend. Website went crazy.
Nice.
I think we used her maybe 3 times because the sales were so good. And then she's a Jersey girl, so I was
Why
like,
not?
yeah. And it was really, really, really good. Her promo was great, and that grew my community because it was the Jersey, and it was something that was genuine.
Yeah, it was aligned.
Yeah, and because it wasn't like, oh, I'm just getting paid to post this. She genuinely liked the product. Like her sister contacted me, like, we love your product, and you love to get responses that way. At that time, then I realized I had to figure something out because I want to grow.
Yeah.
I want to grow, and I know it's more for this business. So we filtered out, let's sell this, let's not sell this. I think I had maybe 40 products at the time. It just kept growing and growing. And I took the lip glosses off the website because I wasn't feeling that in my passion anymore.
Okay.
Then the name speaks for itself. I'm Bella Rose, but I sell my passion, Bella Rose Passion. And I'm sorry, I don't even think I said that. I'm the CEO and founder of Bella Rose Passion.
Okay, let's go back.
And when I don't have the passion for something, I don't keep it on just because it makes money or
For
because, like money is not the driving for this. My passion is.
Right.
And I took the lip glosses off. Like I said, I have no passion for it. And even though they were selling really good, people still today ask me, are you going to bring the lip glosses back? I'm like, nah, I don't feel it.
Like Bath and Body Works, they want you to bring it.
Yeah, bring it back. No, I just don't feel it. And they were really good. As I said, I found non-chemical vegan products, and they were really helpful for our lips. They plumped our lips. They soothed our lips. These lip glosses were, oh my God. I want to say they went on like butter. Very top tier. Very top tier. And I actually, was able to do events with Macy's with the lip glosses. We did a lot of events with the lip glosses, but I just wanted another phase. Yeah. So when I started with the influencer marketing, I just had body butters, and I wanted to focus because I needed to see how's my audience going to grow.
Right.
So with the body butters, I said, let's see if I can get it into like retail. And I tried to get it onto Amazon, which, as we can see, Amazon sells everything. Everything. But Amazon denied me about 8 times. So I was like, why can't my product sell on Amazon? What is going on? What I had to learn by doing research, when you say that you're selling an organic product versus a natural product, it's 2 different things. Organic, you have to be USDA approved and have that organic certification. And until I had that certificate, I couldn't get my products on Amazon. So I had to apply for the certificate, send the products out to get tested to make sure, there's no synthetics or anything in the product. And while I was waiting on that, I applied for Walmart and got approved right away.
Nice.
And I said, okay, good. But I'm not going to put everything onto Walmart because I have a specific product that I believe is very high end. And I don't want it to be rollback prices and et cetera, et cetera. I love my Walmart community. And this is, I'm going to get into how I learned what community is for what. I wanted my specific body butter to go into like Sephora or something, which is what I put on my vision board. I had a vision board I made in 2015. I wanted to meet Oprah. I wanted to be on Forbes. And I wanted my products to go into retail stores. I put Sephora and I can't remember the other store I put on there, but that was my vision in 2015. And I forgot about the vision board. I actually folded it up and put it in the garage. So as I'm doing all of these things, I completely forgot that I did this vision board, and I just continued and continued. So I did apply for Sephora. I don't know if I did it correctly at the time, and I didn't get any answers. So I signed up with this agent, and when I signed up with the agent, he was like, we have an event coming up, and I want you to meet some people. And when I was like, okay, well, you can put me on the list to meet with and I think she was the creator and owner of the event. And the event is called, Ubiquitous. It's called the Ubiquitous. Her name is Jermaine. She's awesome. And Jermaine called me like a day or two before I was supposed to go to the event. It was in D.C. Mm-hmm. And she said, is this Bella? I said, yes. Who I'm speaking with? She was like, this is Jermaine. I'm the creator of Ubiquitous. I'm so excited you're coming. I have people that want to meet you and want to see your products. And this is another thing I want to get into after I tell this story. You never know who's watching you. Yeah. And so when she said that, she said, there's so many people interested in your product. One of the people that wants to meet with you, she wants to have a sit-down interview with you. And I'm thinking it's something like this, an interview. And she said, yeah, because she wants to put your products in Target. I said, what? Huh?
She want to do what?
I couldn't believe. I sat on the floor in front of my window because I used to work for, was it eBay? Yeah, I used to work for eBay. Okay. Work from home. And my desk was cornered by my window. Before I would go to work, I would go in my closet. Before my closet was done the way it is, it was a bench in my closet, and I would sit on my bench and pray every morning. And I learned how to be specific in prayer. And I will always pray, God, please let my products please let my unicorn products get into retail. Please. And I would be very specific. Mm-hmm. And when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? Because I don't know how to do a proposal. I don't know how to do a presentation. I don't know how to get into retail. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to do anything that she's asking me to do. Mm-hmm. So when she told me, I was like, okay. And she was like, I hope you're ready. It's going to be amazing. She was hyping it up. It was great. I get there and it's everything she said.
Beautiful.
She had my booth directly at the door. So as soon as you come in the hall, my booth was like right there. And one thing I learned, because I used to do events with Brown Brothers years and years and years upon like getting to this point. I would do events every year for Brown Brothers, and we would do the VIP suite. When we would do the VIP suite, sometimes people just come up to your booth and say, oh, nice, and walk away. So I had to learn how to pivot that. Like, let me see how I can get people to,
come to this booth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I put the lights, the cameras, and the step and repeat, the red carpet. It was like an event. Mm-hmm. And it was the experience that and next thing you know, I had a line all the way down the hallway because everybody wanted the Bella Rose Passion experience. Right. We had, but I went into my meeting. Like I said, I was completely unprepared. Emotionally, business-wise, I just was not prepared. I couldn't even open the laptop. I didn't even know the password to the laptop. It was terrible. The presentation was terrible. But she said, I love your product. The packaging just isn't ready. I was like, okay.
Like, wait a minute.
And I'm doing all this out of pocket. Mm-hmm. All of our own money. Mm-hmm. No loans. No, I didn't know how to do any of the, go into the bank and get business credit or business loans or anything. We're all still figuring this out at this time.
Right.
So when she said that, kind of crushed me because I had about 5,000 labels at home. And I was like, okay, how am I going to fix these labels? So I went back to the table. She brought her team to the table. When she brought her team to the table, I still did not know this was the target team.
Got it.
They were like, oh, this is nice. This is really good. We want it. And so they wanted to get like a little package and everything. And I gave them the package. And I continued to stay in contact with her like she was my blood sister. First it was like every 2 months. Then it was like every month. I would send her an email. Hey, I just wanted to update you. This is what I'm working on. This is, how it's going. And she always responded. She was very polite. Nice. She couldn't say much, obviously, like she didn't want to make it seem like she was helping me, but she would let me know thumbs up, thumbs down type of thing.
Got it.
And I think I changed the labels 4 times. One time she responded back, they look nice. Do they have any, what she say? Do they have anything that supports it? What she meant by that, she couldn't say so much. Do you have a collection?
Got it.
No. This is all I got.
Like, why you didn't say that up front?
Yeah, like this is all, I only got this body butter, and it's only a 4-ounce body butter. So the thing is, for the 4-ounce body butter, is sold for $19.99. We go into maybe a beauty supply store or something and see a shea butter selling for $5 or something. We buy regular shea butter and it's cheap, know? And so she wanted me to do a presentation that shows what's the difference between your body butter and the regular body butter. Why am I going to pay $20 for this 4-ounce when I can get a tub of body butter for $5 or less?
Yeah.
So I had to,
make it clear.
Oh boy. And I also created a collection. So that was the birth of the Unicorn Collection. And the Unicorn Collection consists of a 4-ounce body butter, a 8-ounce body butter, a unicorn lotion, and also a unicorn sugar scrub. Okay. And we put that all together. We packaged it really pretty. The labels were nice. We put it into Macy's at Lenox Mall. When we got into Macy's at Lenox Mall, that was our first trial retail run. With our first trial retail run, we wanted to see how it can do. Ooh, that Macy's rep she loved the product. She gave me the end cap. This is what I learned about retail. So when you get prime real estate, which is as soon as you walk into the store, you see your product directly right there. My product was right next to the Chanel counter. And as soon as you walked into the beauty, I had a kiosk that was right there. And the products looked so beautiful. Oh, they look so beautiful sitting there. So it was I don't know what type of event Macy's had or something, or whether the mall had an event, but the ladies was all over the beauty section. Yes. Me and my daughter, and I did a launch for my birthday, and this was the same time as the event. The ladies was lined up again at the kiosk. I loved it. I was so excited that I didn't pay attention to, all right, let me see how I can get repeat customers. Let me see how I can get people to do advertisements. Let me see how I can get drops. Let me see how I can do this, how I can do that. I just was selling.
Yeah.
Just selling.
I feel like I want to stop there because I feel like you talked so much at the beginning about when you described who you were, that you're a student.
Yeah.
And I think it speaks so much to your journey in terms of where you are now, because in being a student, as you're getting redirection, you're able to understand that the only goal here is to make sure that, one, I get it right, and I remember that I'm working in my purpose.
Yes.
And he's sending the people that are going to support you, and so you have what you need. And so for a regular person, they would look at this thinking about the time span that things take and where you want to get to in your journey, but not recognizing the blessings that's happening in your journey.
Yes.
And the reason I like to point that out is because I think so many times we focus on the lessons instead of the blessings, not recognizing that through the lessons of that person saying, hey, it should look this way, and having to go back and this not happening the way you want it, you're also being blessed because you have someone that is able to, one, believe in you to let you know this is going to work.
Yeah.
As long as you don't give up. And then, two, this is what you need to do to make it work. And then clearly your grit, your perseverance, and I'm sure the support of the people around you, like, yeah, let's keep going, let's make it happen. And I think all those things are so important in your journey
Yeah.
that I can't help but to bring up, because you only see the end, but the realizing that all of this middle has taken place.
It was a journey. It was a journey. And even, at the Macy's launch, it still wasn't ready for Target.
Yeah.
I share this story so much when I do these interviews, because it is so still today, so many entrepreneurs that want to get into retail.
Yeah.
And I do mentor programs to let people know the ins and outs of what I had to go through. I didn't have a mentor,
Yeah.
But I had to learn. Go into these retail stores that you're, destined to be in. I'm not going to say trying, destined.
Yeah.
You are going to do it. And when you go into these retail stores, one thing that me and my daughter, we went into Target at that time. We went into Target because we were in Macy's selling, but we went to Target store with the product. Asked the Target employee, hey, do you know about this product? She was like, I don't think we sell that. I said, well, you should. And I did a video. I learned my audience by starting to pay attention to what the customers thought about the product.
Got it.
Starting to pay attention to the repeat customers, the people who want to have this on their nightstand, on their bathroom sink, or in their beauty room on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. Picking up the product, asking customers, whether it was inside a Macy's or whether it was a random store, I would ask them, hey, where could you see where could you see yourself having this product in your house? Where could you see this product in your home? Some people was like, oh, I would get it for my daughter. Oh, my daughter would love that, et cetera, et cetera. But then most people, once they tried it, they were like, oh my gosh, it's so soft. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And the reviews that they were given, I said, well, do you mind going to my social media and writing down as a review? In my presentation, I needed to have, I think, at least over 100, or maybe, I think over 100 reviews, solely based off why they will purchase that product.
Got it.
Other reviews was based on, how the product is. But when you go into a retail store, they want to know, because they're taking a gamble on you. If they give you a certain amount of money and they put in your product into the store, they got to know it's going to sell.
Right.
So I had to have over 100 reviews based off why a person would purchase that product. And that was really hard. It's not as easy as you think, walking up to somebody and saying, would you purchase this product? And can you tell me why? And no. And you're like, okay, keep it moving. And then the customers that were buying on the website, it was great. But then the pandemic came. Whew. We had to get the products out of Macy's. All the stores closed. And once we got the products out of Macy's, it was like, okay, well, what do we do now? Yeah. Do we sit at home like everybody else and figure it out? What do we do? Well, we hired a marketing team. And when we hired the marketing team, they were very expensive. I said, okay, how do we know that, you guys are going to give us, double than what I'm paying? Oh, we can guarantee that this is going to da-da-da-da-da. And they did. They delivered within like a week.
Awesome.
Oh, man. I think I made over double than what I paid. It was amazing. The social media reviews was coming in. Everything was just going. And that is what I needed to push the product into Target. And once we did the presentation, I had to hire a team that knew how to make a PowerPoint presentation for Target to look at each specific product. I had, even though it was a collection, I had to give a different presentation on each different SKU.
Got it.
And they loved the presentation. I was very happy, and we got approved to go inside of Target stores in 2021. Nice. And once I was able to get the contract, I had to have emergency surgery on my spine.
You're like, what? Like, how? Like, make it make sense.
Yeah, it was scary. It was really scary. Thinking about it now, it was during COVID. It was like, I'm scared I might not wake up, And the surgery was successful. It was a lot, but the surgery was successful. And the next day that I went home and I had on my neck brace and I had my meds all pumped in me, I did my Zoom, and they were like, "Oh my God, Bella, do you need us to reschedule?" No,
Like, we got to keep going.
I've been working on this for too long. Like, just send me the thing. I signed, but I had to do it on Zoom so they could physically see me sign it. So they were just like cracking up, and I signed the contract. And once I signed the contract for the products to get inside Target, it was actually a non-disclosure that I had to sign where I could not tell anyone that the products was going into Target because things happen.
Yeah.
It might not go in on that date, or it might not be able to be released, or anything can happen.
For sure.
So, I had to wait, and I figured it out. I was like, okay, so what do I do? How do I get the customers to go to Target instead of going on my website? Because they were selling really good because of the marketing team on my website.
Okay.
Products started selling like crazy. I mean, we couldn't keep inventory it was just a lot of sales. And I took the products off my website. It was a gamble. But we sent out an email. I took the products off the website the month I knew that they would be launching inside of Target.
Got it.
Sent out an email to the customers. Unfortunately, we will no longer be selling the unicorn products on the website. We are sorry. We didn't let them know we were going into retail. So it's kind of like a marketing strategy. And they were like, oh my, I was getting messages. They were
Like,
contacting me on Facebook. What's going on? Is this a scam? And I was like, no, it's real. But I couldn't say anything.
Right.
And launch day happened. We sent out an email probably about 4 a.m. I think we had it scheduled 4 or 5 a.m. And by the time I woke up and the products was, I went to, I can't remember what was the first thing I did, but I know I got an email that the products was on Target website, but it said out of stock. They were sold out, and it was a blessing. Our customers was happy. They was excited. I posted it on social media after I found that out. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. So it was, all of that work, it was a lot. Like I used to go into, when we first got the approval with Walmart, I learned how to airdrop. And I used to airdrop customers the products while they were in Walmart and tell them, if you go to my website or go to walmart.com to purchase the products, you'll get a discount, or you'll be able to get, a gift card. Like I would just do anything as far as marketing to get customers to come to the website. I needed that traffic. So when you apply for a retailer like Target, they want to see your traffic. Yeah. They want to see your numbers. They want to see it's worth it. And if if it don't make sense, and it's just like, they're like, oh, well, we can wait. I had to boost them numbers. I had to do it by any means, by any means necessary. I was like, I'm going to get into Target. Once I met with that buyer that one time, and she was like, we like it. It's just not ready. Yeah. That was motivation. Yeah. That was like, okay.
There's just opportunity there.
You like it? Mm-hmm. Okay. You about to love this.
You like say love.
Yeah. And I it was motivation. I'm one of those people. I'm a Leo.
Me too. So what kind of Leo?
I'm an August Leo.
I'm an August Leo.
Okay, girl. So yeah, you feel me.
I hate to say it, but there's a difference.
Big difference between August and July, Leo. August 4th.
Mine's the 17th.
Yes.
Yours is Obama's birthday.
It is.
Okay.
Yes. It is. And so, Leos, we determined. Yeah. You can't tell me no.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out good for you if you tell me no.
It don't happen.
It's going to happen. I'm telling you, it's nothing that I feel like I cannot do.
Right.
And
especially when you feel it in your spirit.
Are you familiar with Mary is the God in me?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you don't know is when you shut all this down and I go behind and I get on my knees and I pray, and I'm praying specifically. That's what listen, I'm specifically saying I want to do this. Yeah. I'm going to do it because I know he listening. Like I know it's going to work out. My husband, like, you don't put nothing into, like, you don't put a plan for nothing. You just want to jump up and.
That's us, Leo. We go straight down. I'll figure it out as I'm going down.
Like, okay, like, I mean.
I just got to know it's real. It's in my spirit. I'm supposed to do it. And we run into play.
Something. I know it's not my time to leave this earth. So if I can make it happen while I'm here, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that so much. And it's funny that you bring Mary Mary into the picture because, like, one of my songs that I used to have heavy on repeat and just going through the journey is I Can't Give Up Now. That is my song. And so the fact that you mentioned it is like, oh, I'm like, I love me some Mary Mary.
Yes.
We are getting close to time. So I do
Okay.
want to make sure that we touch on like your grief journey. So we'll go into that a little bit. Like,
Okay.
how has your grief journey been as it relates to going after your goals and still balancing the calling over your life?
So that's like the next chapter, to be honest. Whew, having to lose a mom is like the worst thing, you know?
You can't put into words.
I'm an only child, and whew, she a lot to miss.
Yeah.
She is a lot to miss. When I was doing the process of getting the products into retail, it was a big deal. Like, I called my mom for everything. Oh, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm about to get this in the car, everything. I decided to no longer have my products with Target, after all the stuff that was going on, but I didn't have a passion for it. I honestly felt like I didn't have a passion for my business anymore. It just felt like, she was really, I don't know. It felt like you're trying to prove something when you call your mom and tell her something.
Make her proud.
Yeah. And I don't know. It feels like it just wasn't worth it anymore. So I decided to remove my products from Target last month because all last year I just was checked out. My mom passed away January 2024, and I completely checked out. Like, I don't even recall myself doing business at all. I didn't feel anything removing my products from Target. Nothing. I wanted to start a new journey. And this journey is to honor her. And honoring my mom is something I want to continue to do because I know she's here.
Yeah.
In a spiritual sense. And watching me. So I created a carpet freshener. While she was still here. It was around the holidays. Put it on the carpet because, when your mom can visit you, your house has to smell good. I don't care what you do. Make sure it smells like either food or some sort of something. And I had the carpet freshener down the whole time. She was like, what is that? It smells so good. And I told her what it was. And she was like, damn, it smells good. She loved it. She went home and she lived in New Jersey. After we left the hospital, after she passed away, and we went to her house, we were, cleaning the house, and my aunt had saw the stuff on my mom's counter for her to try to make the carpet freshener I was making. And I was like, she was trying to do it herself.
Listen.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it going for her. Because I was in no way trying to sell cleaning products or, home goods or anything. And that motivated me to start selling home good essentials. And her favorite store is Walmart. So I wanted to,
Get in Walmart.
oh my gosh, I wanted to put them products in Walmart so I could just have her name with Walmart. And I wish I could have done it, while she was here so she could have saw it. But I know that she sees the journey. I know she is watching over everything. So we now have different scents of carpet fresheners. We now have coconut soy wax candles. Scented candles and room sprays, and all in honor of my mom.
I love that. I love that so much. I hate that we have that in common, my everything. And I think the reason why I wanted to point that out is because when you have someone that means that much to you, because there's different levels of love.
Oh, yeah.
And so you lose people and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry to see them go. They meant this in my life. But when you lose your mom, when you lose your person, it's a completely different thing. So you go through stages of grief and then you have to figure out how to come out of it to still stand up. And I know for me, my awareness was recognizing that she lived her life. Am I going to choose to live mine?
Yeah.
And I think for you, knowing that all this time you're seeing the greatness in terms of what God is putting you, the wisdom and your calling over your life, in recognizing that there has to be more, and being able to tap into what does more look like for me to keep me fulfilled, to be able to make that impact, make her proud, but then still show my children that I'm able to stand up when things get hard. That was the part that I had to recognize. Like when my mom lost her mom, she still got up. So I had to use that to pull myself up. Like, you don't get to just sit down and cry rivers for weeks. You can do it for a day, maybe a couple days if you need to. But what are you teaching your kids in terms of standing back up? Because it's not just through grief, it's through life. And clearly you had that resilience to be able to do it in life, but then you had to build your own muscle in that instance to be able to do it when the person that you love so much is not here.
It's a learning lesson, because my mom had a brain aneurysm 12 years ago, and she survived. When I tell you, it was like a walking miracle. Like, girl, she driving, taking vacations, all of that after a brain aneurysm, and it was like, you're so strong. You know, you look at your mom like she's the strongest person in the world.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to tell you, oh, I'm in pain, oh, I'm hurting, oh, I can't remember, or, you know, whatever, you know, things she was going through, I had no idea. Like, I remember one time, my husband and I was in the car, and I asked my mom for her doctor's information so I can call them. She was like, okay, and hung up on me. Like, she didn't want me to know, you know, how serious any condition was. She didn't want me to worry. She never wanted me to worry. It's so funny. You know how you have these jobs of doing so many different things, but being a mom is one of the jobs that you just take pride in.
Yeah.
My mom was one of those people, like that's my daughter, that's my daughter, that's my daughter. She was one of those people that just took pride in being a mom. So I love that. But, you know, like I said, it's a learning lesson. Her having a brain aneurysm, I took it very serious. High blood pressure is very scary, things that we don't pay attention to. And I tried to get her on a healthy route. But I mean, listen, once people are stuck in their ways, they stuck in their ways. Yeah. So she continued to do whatever she wanted to do. And I love that for her. Yeah. But me personally, I want to do things differently. So I created some vitamins, apple cider vinegar. It has sea moss, you know, the daily healthy herbs. And I, you know, talk to my kids all the time. And they tell me I think apple cider vinegar is the cure for everything. But I do. But I want the daily healthy herbs to go into my body every day. I want to walk every day. I want to be physically, you know, healthy, because I did have a severe injury, and I now have nerve damage, and it does hurt a lot. Yeah. And I'm completely opposite from my mom. I tell my kids I'm in pain. Yeah. I'm hurting because I am not Superwoman.
Right.
I'm not going to get up and cook a full course meal and I'm physically in pain and also, you know, mentally grieving. Yeah. And my daughter, whew, boy, she's 26 and she's very helpful. She's like, Mom, I know you're hurting because of Nana. If you're not okay, you don't have to tell me you are. And I'm like, okay, thank you for that. Yeah. Because, you know, people ask you how you doing and you're like, I'm fine. Yeah. And it's hard to lie, but you don't want people to feel bad for you. Yeah. But yeah, no, my family give me as much as grace as possible. Like my husband, and he allows me to live the most comfortable life possible. I don't have to get up and, you know, be that wife that has breakfast on the table and dinner done and all that. I live a very comfortable life. Yeah. And I love that because it's not putting me into a stressful situation. And I don't have to worry about, like, even though I go to the doctor so much, I don't have to worry about, oh, I'm too stressed out. Yeah. Oh, I'm wore out. Yeah. No.
Hearing your story as we start to wrap up is that what you do is you look at what's needed as well as what you enjoy. And then you talked a lot about that research. Mm-hmm. We're going to make sure we understand how to actually stand this up correctly. Yep. And you are a student and putting in the work that you need to put in to make it happen. And when we think about like you starting and saying that like Georgia Mentor is not what you want to do, but there's something in you that needs to be birthed to where you're in the stores doing the things, like that journey, it sounds like at least about 11 years or so.
Oh, what was it? 14 years.
14 years, yeah. Right? And everyone's looking from going to the moment they decide that they want to do it to year 14, literally the same day.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to have the grit. You have to have the muscle, because what you build along the journey is just so much more valuable to where you can take that instance of a lip gloss and turn it into a butter and turn it into now a carpet cleaner and turn it into additional products and anything else God gives you in the future, because you've built the muscle, you've put in the work, and that same strategy applies to anything and everything.
Yes.
And the problem is people don't want to learn the strategy. They don't want to learn what works for them. They don't want to learn what their actual strengths
Have
are.
to always be a student.
Yeah, absolutely. Where can the listeners find you?
Oh, well, everything is Bella Rose Passion. All social media platforms is Bella Rose Passion for the products. For me, everything is Bella Rose _CEO on all platforms.
Awesome.
Yes.
It was such a good conversation. I'm glad we were able to jump into all the things.
Yes.
Like, you definitely want to follow Bella Rose.
Thank you.
Because more is coming.
Yes.
You can tell that it's spirit-led.
Yes.
And it's coming from an authentic place. So know that you're just seeing the start of the journey.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a new chapter.
Yes.
New start of a new chapter.
I love that you show the awareness of it's okay to pivot.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you feel like it is not in alignment to who you're supposed to be. And also within that pivot, we're going to grow, we're going to elevate, and you're okay with starting over, but knowing where you're going.
Oh, yeah. Don't give up.
Yeah,
That's all. Just don't give up. Do whatever you have to do. Just don't give up.
absolutely. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Yes. Thank you, Hazel. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're tuning in, make sure that you're following the podcast, you're sharing the episodes with your besties, all those goal-getters that really want to be able to maximize their growth, live in alignment, and live a life that feels calm, feels like you're doing what God put you here to do. Keep growing and keep going, and just know that we're here and we're rooting for you.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Real, recognize real.
Yeah.
I've had to learn not to be the strong one.
Yeah.
It's okay. And you realize that when you're gone, what are they going to say? Oh, we missed her. But if someone told me, a therapist, that just like ants, when the leader comes out of the play, they flock back together and keep it moving.
Yes, they
So
do.
we got to learn to prioritize ourselves.
And not only that, when you are the person that is there for everybody, picking up for when people fall and, you're doing everything. Who doing what for you?
Yeah.
And then you weak.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to run a makeup company with the makeup artists, and I remember I had to go to the hospital one time. My blood pressure was so high, and they calling me, well, you need to get here because I had them set up at a hotel. They were doing makeup for the Jackson 5, and it was bad because who care about you?
Yeah. You got to care about you.